You no-clip through the wall and hit the ground hard. For a second, you just lay there. The carpet is gone and the smell is different. You sit up and that's when you realize this place isn't empty anymore. Something moves in the distance. Not loud, not fast. Just enough to let you know you're not alone. You push yourself to your feet and look around. Concrete, pipes running along the ceiling. Long, industrial hallways stretching farther than you can see. The lights above you flicker, buzzing like they're about to give out at any second. This isn't level 0. It can't be. There's structure here. Rooms, storage areas, actual corners. You take a few steps forward and your footsteps echo this time. That's new, but also worse. Because now, anything out there can hear you too. You don't know how long you walk. Minutes, maybe longer. But eventually, it clicks. You've heard of this place before. Level 1. The habitable zone. At first, level 1 almost feels like an improvement. There's space. Real space. Not just endless yellow rooms looping into each other. You start noticing things you didn't have before. Metal storage boxes scattered along the walls. Some are broken open, but most are empty. Not all of them though. You find one that's still sealed. You hesitate, then force it open. Inside, there's a bottle. The label reads, almond water. You don't question it, you just drink. And for the first time since you got here, you feel stable. Like your thoughts stop slipping. Like you can actually think again. You hold on to the bottle a little tighter than you should, because deep down, you already know you're going to need more. You keep moving. More crates, some with scraps of food, tools, random junk. It's like this place wants to keep you alive, just enough. Then the lights flicker again, longer this time. You stop walking and wait. They come back on, but dimmer than before. The buzzing gets louder, more unstable, and that's when you realize something else. The lights here aren't just broken, they're failing. And when they go out, it's not like level 0. It doesn't stay dim, it goes completely dark. The kind of dark where you can't even see your own hands. You stare up at the ceiling, watching the lights struggle to stay on, because something tells you when they finally give out, you're not gonna be alone in the dark. The lights flicker again, but you keep walking. Then they completely shut off. No warning, no flicker, just gone. You freeze, but your first instinct is to move. Find a wall, find anything. But something stops you, because in the distance you see it. 2 small points of light floating and perfectly still, watching you. You don't breathe, you don't move, because somehow you already know what this is. A smiler. They only show up in the dark. You can't see their body, just their eyes. And if they get close enough, you won't need to see the rest. The lights flicker, almost coming back, but then they die again. You didn't hear it move, and you didn't see it move. But it's closer. You take a slow step back, the concrete under your foot scrapes, just slightly, and the eyes shift, locking onto you, and they start moving. Faster this time. You don't think, you just run. Hands out in front of you, slamming into walls, turning corners you can't see, until the lights snap back on. You collapse against the wall, breathing hard, heart pounding. You look back, but there's nothing. Just an empty hallway like it was never there. But now you know when the lights go out, you don't move, you don't make a sound, and you definitely don't let them get close. You start moving again, slower and more careful. Every step placed gently, because whatever's in here is listening. At first, you think it's just your imagination. There's a faint sound behind you, like nails tapping against concrete. You stop and the sound stops. You walk again and it follows, faster this time. You turn around and that's when you see it. Low to the ground, thin, skin stretched tight over bone. Its mouth hangs open, too wide. Rows of teeth that don't look right. A hound. And unlike the smilers, this thing doesn't need darkness. It sees you, and the second it does, it bolts straight at you. You run. This time, you can see where you're going, but it doesn't matter. It's faster. You hear it behind you, claws scraping, breathing heavy, closing the distance. You cut a corner, duck into a side room, slam into a metal crate, and don't stop. You grab it, drag it, and shove it into the doorway. Just as the hound lunges, it crashes into the crate, trying to force its way through. You don't wait to see if it can. You just keep running, turn after turn, hallway after hallway, until the sound fades, until it's gone. You slow down, because now you understand something worse. The smilers wait, but the hounds hunt. And once they hear you, they won't stop. You don't run anymore, not unless you have to. Every movement is slower now, because energy matters more than anything else. You don't know how long you've been here, hours, maybe days, but your body knows. Your stomach tightens, your throat burns, and that bottle of almond water is already half empty. You try to ration it, small sips, spacing them out, but it doesn't last. You start checking every crate you pass, opening them faster now. Most are empty, some have scraps, rotted food, useless tools, things that won't help. And every time you find nothing, you feel it. That slow panic building in your chest. because this place doesn't provide. It teases, just enough to keep you going, just enough to stop you from giving up. You take another sip, smaller this time. Hold it in your mouth for a second, like that'll make it last longer. It doesn't. Nothing lasts here. The lights flicker again. You don't even react this time. You just stop walking. Then they go out. You're now in complete darkness. You stay still, counting in your head. 1, 2, 3. The lights come back, but barely. Dimmer than before. You keep moving, but now it happens again. Faster this time. Lights out and longer darkness. And when they come back, you hear something closer than before. You don't turn around. You don't need to. You already know. Every blackout lasts longer now. Every time the lights come back, something has moved. Something has gotten closer. The space between safe and unsafe is shrinking. You start timing it, trying to predict it, but there's no pattern. The system is breaking down, and when it finally gives out, you know exactly what's going to happen. You won't be running from one thing anymore. You'll be surrounded. The lights flicker again. You don't stop this time. You keep walking, because standing still is starting to feel just as dangerous. At some point, you stop trying to keep track of time. There's no point. There's no windows, no day, no night, just flickering lights and darkness. You start hearing things. Not footsteps, not claws, something else. Voices, like someone calling out. You freeze and listen. It sounds human. You take a step towards it, then stop, because you remember you don't follow sounds, no matter how real they seem. The voice calls again, closer this time, softer and more familiar, and for a second you almost believe it. You almost answer back. Instead, you back away slowly, heart pounding, because if this place can mimic voices, if it can make you think you're not alone, then it doesn't need to chase you. It just needs you to make one mistake. You start talking to yourself quietly, just to stay grounded, just to hear something real, but even that starts to feel wrong, because after a while, you're not sure if the voices you're hearing is even yours anymore. You turn a corner and stop. A hallway, long, straight, different, no flickering lights, no buzzing. At the end, there's a door, a real door, not broken, not rusted. You don't move at first, because nothing in this place is ever that simple, but the lights above you stay on. For the first time since you got here, it feels safe. You walk towards it slowly, expecting something to happen, something to jump out, something to go wrong, but nothing does. You reach the door with your hand on the handle, you hesitate. Then open it. On the other side, a stairwell, concrete steps leading down. You stare at it, trying to remember. You've heard about this somewhere, something about level 1. If you find a stairwell, it can take you deeper to another level, level 2. But can isn't a guarantee, and nothing here ever is. You look back behind you, the hallway, the lights, the place you somehow survived, then back at the stairs, and without giving yourself time to think, you start going down. Each step echoes louder than it should. The air changes. It's warmer, heavier, and harder to breathe. The light above you fades, replaced by something dimmer. You keep going, step after step after step, until the staircase ends. You step forward and immediately you feel it. Heat, thick and suffocating. Pipes line the walls, steam hisses somewhere in the distance. The air smells metallic. You turn around, but the staircase behind you is gone. No door, no hallway, no way back. Just endless corridors ahead. And whatever survived level 1 probably won't survive this. Welcome to level 2.